Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Zenny62. I am Go CSURams. We are looking back tonight at Martin Luther King Day and the unity of all types of skin color. And what, it is a monument. We are celebrating Martin Luther King's birthday, but we are also celebrating what he did for the country in 64. Well, in the early 60s, and what it means. Hey, Sweeney, Sport Nuts Talk, how are you? What does it mean? Or, well, not what does it mean, I want to look back, and, we look at Martin Luther King Day, and it's his birthday, but yeah, it's so much more than that. It's what he did for all types of skin color. I look back at it as we are unified now. We are not divided. We were very much divided in skin color in the 60s. We are not divided anymore. We are unified. We have we are unified as a country. And what I think is I look at the letters, or I looked at a letter that Martin Luther King wrote when he was in jail in Birmingham, Alabama. And I looked at it, and it was very cool to watch, or to read, because there it goes again. It's encouraging to look at seeing what Martin Luther King did in the 60s, and I want to know your thoughts on Martin Luther King Day. What does it mean to you? What it means to me is, like I said, it unified the country. We didn't have divisions in race, color. We are able to be together as one country. And so it is very, very cool, or not cool, but it is very encouraging. We are unified as one country. We are not divided like we were in the 60s. I'd like to know your thoughts. What does Martin Luther King Jr. Day mean to you? Yes, it was his birthday, but it has to mean so much more to you guys. It doesn't matter about race or color. I'm trying to figure out how to talk. I've never talked about this before, but it's something different for me. It's something to talk about. And what I think is we are unified as a country. And so, we are, how do I say this? I look at the letter. Let's go back to 1964, I think. And Martin Luther King wrote a letter in a Birmingham jail. He talks about what was going on at that time. They established, I want to get the letter up, and I'm not going to read it. I just want to look at it, okay? Um, bear with me here. You know, I look at it and it's just amazing. I'm trying to get it up, and then I'll uh, um so the letter from the Birmingham jail, and he talks about he was the president of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, and he said this is from African Studies Center, University of Pennsylvania. And one thing he said was, you know, it was an organization that was operating in the South. And they had their headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia, another one in Birmingham, Alabama. And he was a Christian, and I think it was, he was the one that I'm trying to figure out how to talk about this. I've never really talked about this before, but Martin Luther King Day is just one to remember. He talks about, how they can't go into, they couldn't go into a store that had white people in it. The African Americans couldn't do that, or, any other race or skin color. They couldn't go into a cafe that had white people in it. They couldn't do that. But what Martin Luther King did was he paved the way for the country in, I think it's the Declaration of Independence, is said, oh, what does it say? I'm trying to think here. I can't think. It kind of confusing. It is all men are created equal, and that's all men are created equal. Now, I think Congress had, all men are created equal. We are supposed to be unified. We are not supposed to be separated. And, we talk about. I'm trying to figure out how to talk about you guys, and it's really hard, but I hope I'm doing. Luther did a great thing by saying this is right. And when I look back on it, it's not right. He said, this is not right. This is separating, between color, between race. This is not okay. And what he did was he helped the U.S. become unified. I'm trying to figure out how to talk, but he did a great thing, and I am thankful that he did that. There were a lot of things that happened. He talked about in his letter how a little girl, let me go into it. Um, how a 6-year-old daughter, she asks, why can't we go to the public amusement park? Now, it had been advertised on TV, but she wanted to go, but they couldn't because because you weren't allowed. Just weren't allowed. Pedro says America is a young country, only a matter of time before racial norms fade out. And I think I'm trying to get my video output. It's low right now. Is it okay on your guys' side, or is it bad? Because I don't know right now. Um, you look at Zenny, and Zenny's African American, and I really appreciate that he says, everyone matters in the country. Everyone matters. And it's not just whites. It's African Americans, Hispanic, Asians, Europeans. Everybody matters. And Martin Luther did a great thing, that we take something away from every year. We need to take away saying he unified the country. It was not separated. So I hope that, every time we celebrate Martin Luther King Day, it is not just his birthday. It is the, it's a unity. So that's what I hope to get, for everyone to get out of the out of Martin Luther King Day. So, this is something that we need to look at every year, every day of our lives. So that's what I'm going to say about that. Now I'm going to go on to the Raiders coaching. If you can let me know about the video output, is it buffering on your end? I'd like to know, because I'm not having good stream health right now, and I'm not liking it. If y'all can let me know. But going on, and the Raiders, now going on to the Raiders, we looked back at MLK Day. Now I want to go. Okay, thank you, Satan. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. I kind of, I've been having been doing this for a while now, and I'm tired of it. We go to the Raiders now, and there's some coaching changes that have happened. NFL, and I'll put NFL, because there are some coaching changes not just Raiders, but there are some coaching changes from um, that changed from yesterday. Um, so, man, okay. I'm gonna start a new stream. Okay, if oh wait, hold on. I'm gonna start a new one, everyone. Um, you can watch this video while look back at MLK Day. Bear with me. I'm gonna start another one and talk about the Raiders coaching. Um, so hopefully the stream will work. So bear with me. I'm gonna stop this one and I'm gonna go to the coaching. This one is kind of weird, but I got what I wanted to look back at Martin Luther King Day. So